All right. So should we talk about what's happened in the world, like filmmaking in the last little bit?
Yeah. Well, what is happening in the world of filmmaking?
So I guess they announced the Golden Globe nominations.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go straight there.
I mean, there was also the news about like they I think it was BuzzFeed.
Mm-hmm.
BuzzFeed, they're like, you know what? Who's actually trying to be in charge of who's following COVID, rules on set? And turns out it's just PAs. And they're like, oh, that's dumb. Because a PA on set is supposed to be going to people who are higher up the food chain.
Right.
The call list than they are, and it's supposed to tell them what to do. It's like, that's not a good situation. That's probably not going to end well. So like, are you really going to, try to boss the people around above you, right? Like, they're like, no, they can't work. Anyway, no, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Golden Globes.
So, we pulled up the list of nominations earlier, and
yeah,
I think I'm just going to go through the ones that I know.
Okay, so this is kind of like how I feel about almost every single award show.
You have seen none of them.
It's like, why can't I just see them?
Yeah.
Like, why can't we choose things that people watch?
So, television, right? Best performance by an actor in a television series, musical, or comedy, right? You've got Don Cheadle for Black Monday, which I haven't seen.
Should we just list which ones we haven't seen?
Yeah, we could do that. Well, Nicholas Hoult and the Great, which is a hilarious show.
I haven't seen it. It's on Hulu.
It's so funny. Eugene Levy for Schitt's Creek, which he's hilarious in anything and everything.
I like him. I was watching the SNL this past week with Dan Levy, and some of those things fell really flat for me. And other sketches, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that was actually really good.
He's got an interesting sense of humor.
He does.
And then Rami Youssef for Rami, which he won last year.
Oh,
so I think he's getting nominated again.
Yeah, I'm about 3-4 episodes into Schitt's Creek. Haven't seen any of the rest. I heard good things about Ted Lasso.
Yeah. And then you've got performance by an actress in a television series, which Kaylee Cuoco. I don't know how to say her name. Cuoco. And I just finished watching The Big Bang Theory, so she's fresh in my mind. But I think that's great that she's gotten nominated for something.
Yeah, did she get any nominations for Big Bang Theory? I
don't know. I don't want to say I don't imagine so. I just don't know. I don't know if it's her first nomination or not. And then you've got Katherine O'Hara, which I'm pretty sure she gets nominated every year because she's fantastic. She's just amazing. For something. And then performance by an actor, performance by an actress in a television series. Now this was one that I found interesting. You've got Sarah Paulson for Ratched. She's fantastic in that show. The show gets a little stagnated for me, right? The show is really good. It does get a little stagnant for me, but Sarah Paulson's fantastic. And then you've got I don't know, keep going. What was her? I'm trying to remember her name.
Up too fast.
Oh, you did.
Sorry about that.
Oh darn! I thought we had. Oh, you've got Emma Corrin for The Crown. She's obviously really good. Olivia.
Have you watched The Crown?
Yes. I'm finally all caught up. My wife insisted.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of The Crown.
It's a great. It's good. I mean, I hate having to care about the royal family, but I guess I care about the royal family now.
You're Anglophile? Is that what they?
No.
Anglophile. It's not supposed to be like.
Isn't that a church thing?
Well, the Anglican Church. Yeah. That's the Church of England. Yeah.
Best performance by an actress in a limited series. You've got Anya Taylor-Joy, who I think is going to sweep that category.
Did anybody watch Queen's Gambit?
Everybody watched it.
Did anybody watch it?
Everybody watched it. As good as everyone else is in that category,
Yeah.
Oh
Kate
my
Blanchett.
goodness, did she deliver a performance? You know, fantastic. So that's my pick there.
Okay, so this is the one that I care about.
Okay, tell
All
me.
right, best television series drama. We have Mandalorian. I feel validated.
Mic drop.
That's it. Now, are they going to beat The Crown, Lovecraft Country, Ozark, or Ratchet? I don't care.
Lovecraft Country is a really interesting show.
Did you watch that?
I've watched a couple of episodes. It's one that I kind of got into and then thought, I'm going to need to devote more of my time to this.
Yeah.
But it hits all the right marks for a win there. I don't think The Mandalorian's going to win.
No, I wouldn't. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's for it to be nominated as a best drama series. It's like, well, that's interesting. Like, it's a very good show. And yes, it's a drama. But like, I don't know that it's going to go beat something else.
Yeah.
But it's nice. And with 5 noms in this category, it was great.
Yeah, I think that one comes. I'm pretty sure Ozark has won this one before. It's one of the other nominations. It's
wouldn't be surprised.
It's also a really good show.
Yeah.
But I think Lovecraft Country probably hits the right notes and the right tone for a Golden Globe, and then maybe Ratchet. I don't know, but very kind of an interesting one.
One of my first thoughts when I looked at this list, like what you were saying, is like, what have I actually watched? Mm-hmm. And like I heard someone talking about Oscars and the movies that they make. They don't necessarily make them to make a profit. They make them because there's prestige that comes with it, which it's not a surprise to anyone, but there isn't the expectation that people are watching them. You know what I mean? Like, I remember, what was it?
Blade Runner 2049.
No. No, but it was the water one. The
Waterworld?
No. The fish love story one.
Nobody
from
watched
the
that
other
one.
day. That's the water.
The Shape of Water?
That's it. It only made like $50,000 in its theatrical run. It was something super low.
It didn't even come here.
And so it's like, this like sometimes they just have zero expectation of making money. But with a win, sometimes people go back and they go watch these. And, it's not that there isn't talent or great art.
Yeah.
But
people just don't watch it.
Why don't we get any popular? Now, Golden Globes is a bit of an exception because they have like twice as many categories.
Right.
But why don't the popular movies ever make it? Do we look at them as like, well, that's just another Marvel movie. That can't be worth anything.
There are outliers, right? Like Avatar. Avatar was an outlier.
Speak about it.
See, now I didn't like Avatar.
It was okay.
No, I'm not. It was
just a live action Ferngully.
I'm going to be totally honest with every listener out there. I watched Avatar. I paid the extra money to see it in IMAX 3D,
and so did everyone else, which is why it made so much money.
And I was like, that was
except for me. I saw it
horrible, right? I don't know. I just didn't care much for the movie. I thought
we're about to get 4 more.
Maybe if I watch it in 2D, like movies are supposed to be consumed, maybe I'll enjoy it more. No, I still didn't. I watched this movie like 6 or 7 times just to see what I was missing.
Oh, that's why it made so much money.
Yeah. I went to see it in theaters twice.
Joseph was trying to understand why it was such a big deal. Yeah. Meanwhile, they're like, he's back? Okay. We'll take your money.
And I realize it's a very unpopular opinion.
The ride at Disney World is amazing.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, no, that is the Soren thing, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so what else we got? What else is interesting? Let's look at some other categories.
I'm
film. Let's
going
look at
fast.
film.
Oh,
musical or
Hamilton was nominated as a musical.
Well,
because you know what?
It was released as a film.
Golden Globes has a spot for musicals.
Yeah, thanks, Golden Globes.
It's also up against,
which
Borat's subsequent movie film. Who's going to take that one? Oh.
Did you? I mean, obviously,
I didn't see
you
Borat,
didn't see that, but that movie was.
Did you watch Mank?
Yes.
What'd you think?
Mank is.
It's nominated for best
yes
drama motion picture.
Mank is Oscar bait. That's what. That's what Mank is.
Well, that was David Fincher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's Fincher. It has all the right Fincher stuff. It's shot very well. Okay, so I don't know. There's a lot of weird things about Mank, but that is an Oscar bait movie. That's why they made that movie. I mean, realistically, how many people really care about who actually wrote Citizen Kane? Especially
You're going to have
now.
to introduce people to Citizen Kane first.
Exactly.
And then they're like, okay. And then you tell them,
Yeah.
this is rated one of the best movies of all time. And they're going to be like, okay.
And they're not going to care.
And then they're like, do you want to know who wrote it? It's like,
exactly.
And then,
No,
and then you get to Mank.
I think a lot of it kind of stems from the fact that George Orwell, Orson Welles.
Orson Welles, yeah.
I barely even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's someone else.
I think most of it stems from the fact that he was just a jerk, you know? Like he was kind of an
young prodigy.
Yeah.
And like just he didn't care.
Yeah.
He was just out to, burn the world down and
yeah. And then I mean,
had some money.
I remember watching an interview with him in like the mid 80s or late 80s.
Right before he died?
Before he died. And he just comes off as like a jerk.
I think, mean, like if you've heard his voice, like, his voice.
You've probably heard his voice before.
And it's a very,
yeah,
I'm right.
Yes.
Voice.
Well, and his whole speech was, the movie should never even get made unless it gets made the way that I want it to be made. And this was him towards the end of his life. So anyway.
So I'm going to remind you of that next time we have an argument on set.
Oh, no. Okay.
Joseph, the movie will only get made
the way
I want it to get made.
But that's just the way he approached filmmaking.
Yeah, and then he died.
And then he died.
No,
no, he made some really good stuff.
I like Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
It's not something you watch for fun, but
all right, let's see. Foreign language. What do we got? Anything?
We have another round from Denmark. La Llorona from Guatemala, France.
Okay,
because
that's not the one that we saw.
No, that's not.
No.
Life Ahead from Italy. Minari from the USA.
Screenplay. Mank.
Two of us.
Clearly.
Are you sure? Aaron Sorkin wrote The Trial of Chicago 7.
I haven't seen that.
And everybody knows Aaron Sorkin
writes really great stuff.
He talks. He writes people who talk.
Yeah, a lot.
And they talk like they've been written by Aaron Sorkin.
Because he's a great writer.
Motion picture soundtrack. Fight for You. Judas and the Black Messiah. Coming out soon on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
Hear My Voice. That's on Netflix, right?
Mm-hmm.
IOC. Life Ahead. I don't know that one.
Wait, what are I looking at?
I don't know. Life Ahead. One night in Miami, I was listening to Regina King, who directed that, talk about it. I want to watch it after hearing her talk about it, and
she's a great salesman.
Where did it?
Lady.
Where is that gonna be available? I don't.
HBO, I think.
Say, okay, all right then. And then United States versus Billie Holiday.
What is this? Best actor in supporting role in any motion picture. You got Bill Murray for On the Rocks.
Okay, but like, you see this guy? Sacha Baron Cohen. He got nominated twice, right?
Sacha's amazing.
So, actor in a supporting role, but I think
Jared Leto got nominated for The Little Things, really?
Oh, have you watched that yet?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
That's weird.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not, it's formulaic, but with heavy-hitting actors.
With Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, and who's the other
dude?
guy?
I've already forgotten. That's how.
Man, I'm embarrassed for you.
Yeah,
and then we get Leslie Odom Jr. He's nominated, so that's exciting.
For what?
He played Sam Cooke.
One Night in Miami. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
And then
he's
Glenn
a
Close.
really good actor.
Has she ever done anything of note?
I've never heard of her.
No?
No, I'm pretty sure no one's ever heard
Jodie
of her.
Foster ever?
I've never heard of her either. Amanda
Who's this
Seyfried.
new person, Amanda? I don't even know how to
Seyfried?
say it. I mean, I know everything she's ever done. But
She was actually really great in Mank.
Was she?
Yeah, she's
and there he is, Sacha Baron Cohen for actor in a comedy.
Borat subsequent movie film.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
But he's going up against Lin-Manuel Miranda for Hamilton because that seems fair.
So Lin-Manuel Miranda is in his Dark Materials.
Yeah? I haven't watched it.
He's great. Yeah. He doesn't fit the mold of what I would expect that character to be, because that character before in the film The Golden Compass was played by Sam Elliott, right? Who is very,
Sam Elliott?
coming to town, blah, blah, blah.
Sam
Right. And all of a
Elliott.
sudden you get this very tenor voiced Lin-Manuel Miranda,
Yeah.
who is a singer, and you can hear it in the way he talks, and I don't know, but he brings a lot of emotion to the character. It's really fun. He's great.
I should have realized what his Dark Materials was adapting.
Yeah,
I didn't.
the Golden Compass series. It's really interesting. I mean, they go a slightly different direction, but it's interesting stuff.
Oh, right. And I wanted to bring this up. Chadwick Boseman got nominated for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
I haven't. I look forward to seeing that film.
Is it on Netflix yet?
I don't know. I
think it might be.
It might be.
I think it might be there now.
But yeah.
I
I could see him winning a posthumous.
I could see that for sure. Died too soon.
Yeah.
But that's so my
Viola Davis
takeaway,
is nominated for that film as well.
she's amazing.
Yeah. I've never seen her in anything that shouldn't blow me away in. Have you ever seen her in anything?
So she was in a TV show as herself. It was a Property Brothers thing where she's like remodeling her best friend's house.
Okay.
It was really interesting seeing her as herself
Is she?
because this is like a super intense lady
Yeah.
and everything she acts in, because she's amazing. And she's just like, just happy to do this nice thing for her friend. I'm like, who is this person?
You're not happy.
I really
Stop
enjoy
it.
seeing people be themselves.
Yeah.
Like when we saw Ming Na Wen in person, it's like, she is not Agent
She's
May.
so funny.
And she's just super bright and perky. She's not like
Right?
this serious character she always plays.
She's so hilarious.
Yeah.
Blows me away.
I think she could be friends with just about anyone.
I know. And her sense of humor is just, I mean, and not just from her, but her sense of humor from the people that she works with. That's what they talk about. They talk about Ming Na and her sense of humor.
And you're
and
like,
then-
sorry, have you seen her act?
And then you meet her.
No. In between. And apparently she's really dirty.
Yeah. And then you meet her and you're like, oh my gosh, you might be one of the coolest people alive.
Yeah. She's pretty great.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I don't know.
Do you like the list?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know. You know what I like about this?
What?
Because so many of these are made by streaming services, it's easier to watch them.
And yeah.
I like that.
I do too.
But other than that, like there's so many of these I wouldn't have seen, and I probably wouldn't ever see.
Right.
Just because they don't come through my normal,
They don't come through your queue.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
And it's not like I'm picky.
we'll see. We'll see how the Golden Globes go down.
Yeah.